Hi everyone, my name is Narali Taglialavore. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm the Associate Director of Career Education here at the Center for Career Development. Today we will discuss a little bit about LinkedIn. This is a two-part series, and this focuses on part one in this video, which emphasizes building and creating an effective profile. So I'm going to go ahead and share my slides, and we can talk a little bit about this, and then we'll dive right in. All right, so LinkedIn part one, again, building a profile. So before we go ahead and jump in, I'd just like to let everybody know where we are located. We are located on the 6th floor of the Yawkey Center for Student Services. This is at 100 Bay State Road. We do have drop-in hours in room 101 on the first main floor, right as you enter the building. Make sure to check out our website for those semester hours. Alrighty, let's go ahead and dive in. So in today's agenda, we'll give a little bit of an overview of what LinkedIn is and how it can help you get noticed. We'll talk about how you get started with LinkedIn if you don't yet have a profile, how having a LinkedIn profile helps with visibility, marketability, and getting noticed once again, and then tips for building an effective profile. And that piece will really break down section by section within this presentation. Alrighty, so LinkedIn overview. LinkedIn is the world's largest online professional network with more than 700 million users in more than 200 countries and territories worldwide. It essentially helps connect you to people and lets you view their connections, greatly increasing potential networking context for things like jobs, internship, research, and more. It's a professional social network or professional landing page for you to manage your professional and personal brand. It's a great way to let people know who you are, what you value, and what you're interested in. So let's go ahead and get started in a brief overview of what LinkedIn is. LinkedIn allows you to explore career pathways. So using the LinkedIn platform, once you have a profile, you're able to launch tons of opportunities and exploring career pathways. Many companies publish job postings and recruiters identify potential candidates and screen candidates before interviewing. If a potential recruiter were to Google you, for example, your LinkedIn profile is usually one of the first things that come up. And so this is really important in terms of being intentional with your LinkedIn profile. And so in terms of exploring career pathways, it unlocks so many opportunities for you to look at other people's career pathways, explore where their paths led them with certain majors and areas of fields of study. You learn a lot about employers and companies by researching backgrounds and values, missions, etc. Connect and network, that's the essence of what LinkedIn's purpose is. It is to really help facilitate human interaction. So you'll want to stay connected with people not that you meet here at BU, but also coworkers in your experiences, and an opportunity for you to also find leads for things like internships and jobs, and find that human connection with some shared common ground, such as groups or professional associations. So how do we get started? We're going to get started by going to linkedin.com. If you don't yet have a profile, all you'll need to sign up is your email address. You can use your personal email address or your BU email address. It doesn't matter. That will stay whatever it is for the long term. And you can also make this a little bit easier for folks to find you by utilizing the customized LinkedIn URL feature. That means essentially your profile is fully visible to all LinkedIn members who sign into LinkedIn. And this makes it easier by just having your name attached to it rather than a long URL. This helps increase the professional results that appear as people search and type your name. And then also you're able to monitor and manage what privacy settings you'd like to have on. And we'll go into that using this graphic here. So if you were to go to your settings on the back end, settings and privacy, and check out your visibility, this is where you can control what appears on your profile, how much people can see, notifications to your network, and more. So why are we talking about LinkedIn and why is it really, really important that you even have a LinkedIn and how can it help you? So we broke this down into three main components. Managing your professional brand. This really helps recruiters and other members understand your professional personality. You're able to really tell a story through your profile, essentially. You can define and develop how other members view these experiences that you have, the qualifications that you hold, and much more. You can also create opportunities for yourself. LinkedIn helps you get noticed. So you can find job opportunities, you can connect with recruiters. And once you've completed your profile, you'll be more equipped to then find jobs and opportunities on LinkedIn. And ultimately, it helps build your network and track your professional milestones. You're able to record and display your achievements. For example, if you were to get a new job or want to celebrate a work anniversary or promotion, you're able to showcase all of your professional experience and achievements. And this allows you to unlock or open the door to meeting new people, making connections, and celebrating some of that achievements and milestones as well. So let's break it down in terms of when we talk about building your profile, what goes into each section of your profile. So if you're getting started to build out your profile, it's really essential that one of the first things you do is add a professional profile photo. Members with a profile photo on LinkedIn can get up to 21 times more profile views than a member without a photo. You also have the option, as you see here, to edit or change the background image or banner that you showcase. And then your headline, you really want to create something where you add your positions to your profile. That's by default. So typically whatever your current job title is, or if you're a current student, that's by default what your profile selects as your headline. However, you can rewrite this to promote other areas of expertise or let your personality or values shine through. So for example, you may implement into your header your career goals. For example, aspiring software developer. Another example may be your current status, graphic design major at Boston University. Some may even combine the two. Graphic design major at Boston University, aspiring to become a marketing professional, for example. This is really what you want to think about, how others notice you. This is your brand, your value. Using certain keywords is also an option. Some may have arts administrator, community builder, mentor in their headline as well, because that's what you want people to recognize you for. Moving into the about section or your summary, this section of your profile should express your mission, motivation, skills, what motivates you, and what's next. This is really for people who are looking at your profile. Ideally, you limit this to about 1 to 2 paragraphs at max while filling in the section. You can use paragraphs or bullets or a combination of both. It's definitely a more social aspect section than your resume, and you're able to include a lot more in here. And so here's a sample that you see here that sort of combines the two of using a paragraph format and some bullets emphasizing particular skills, accomplishments, or specialties that they'd really like to emphasize based on their goals in their career search. Moving into the work and education experiences section, this is really where you want to focus most of your time and energy into. This is the opportunity for you to display your professional experiences, especially those that align with your current goals. The plus of this is that you're not limited to one page or a certain limit. It's an online profile. So you're able to really showcase and add a lot more than you do into your resume. You can also add in corresponding media samples such as papers or certain awards that you want to showcase and things like that within each of these sections. So for experiences, you can have them in bullet or paragraph form. You can copy or paste from your resume. You want to make sure that your bullets are action-oriented and focused on skills and the impact that you had, using transferable skills, keywords, and action verbs. You can also, like I mentioned, expand on information more than just what's on your resume. Think about what you learned and what you would bring forward to the future. This is a place where you would highlight any past experiences, internships, jobs, work experience, related or not. For the education section, much more self-explanatory, but you want to showcase your education, highlighting things like your major, minor, any concentrations. You also have the optional opportunity to include things like projects, volunteer experience, courses, awards, and clubs that you are a part of. Next, we have sort of the other layers that go into building an effective profile and where you have some autonomy to really make this your own and make yourself stand out. By adding relevant skills on your profile, you can add up to 50 skills to that profile. This helps others understand your strengths and match you with the right opportunities. Connections can then endorse your skills, and recruiters use skills sometimes as search terms. The next piece of this is requesting recommendations from your connections. We recommend having at least 1 to 3 recommendations on your LinkedIn profile to recognize or commend a connection. This is an opportunity for you to showcase some of what your goals are and ask them for particular areas to speak about. So you can request a recommendation and ask an individual that maybe was a colleague or a supervisor or classmate to speak to your skills in project management, for example, or what specifically you want them to recommend about you. There's no limit to the number of recommendations you can request. And once you accept a recommendation written by somebody, you have the opportunity to review it. It becomes visible to your network once it's posted on your profile. However, you'll have the option to hide recommendations that don't suit your professional goals. In addition to this, we move towards the optional areas of adding in things like courses, organizations that you're a part of, clubs, anything that you're a member of, volunteer experiences, and projects. You can highlight these on your profile as well. In addition, adding rich media to showcase your accomplishments, such as articles that you've written, blogs that you've written or have been written about your achievements, any papers from certain classes that are highly recognized or in line with your career goals, presentations, and awards. The last thing I want to point out here is the ability to utilize the LinkedIn profile strength meter. As you're going through building components of your LinkedIn profile, you will have this meter guide here under your introductory section. Once you've hit the all-star right here at the end, the all-star status, this meter will no longer appear in your profile, meaning that you've achieved the most strength on your profile. Way to go. So that's what we have here to cover the part 1 of the series for LinkedIn of building your profile sections. I would love for you all to have some contact information to follow up with us. First steps, I definitely think, are tuning into the part 2 video to now learn some tactics on how to utilize LinkedIn to network and find some leads. But if you do have any questions in the meantime, feel free to contact us by our location, email, future@bu.edu. Check out our website, blog, or social media. Thanks, everyone.